What's up? I'm Jay, and today I'm going to be showing you how to modify the Nerf Rayven electric blaster. Now there's a few different things you can do with it. There's some safety locks which you can remove, and I'll show you what to do with those. And there's also a voltage mod you can do, and I have done that. So I will take this apart and show you how to do those specific modifications. One thing I will warn right off the bat, when you're taking it apart, right in here, it's going to be difficult to take apart. They have some electronic components in there, and the way that they're set up makes it difficult to pry apart the blaster, so just be careful and make sure that you don't accidentally poke anything that could be important. So I'm going to go ahead and take this apart and show you what it looks like on the inside. Okay, so I've got the thing open, and really, I want to emphasize, slow and steady really wins the race on this one, excuse me. There are definitely components that could be easily damaged in here, so you really want to make sure that you're very careful in here. Now, I really like this gun. I got it as a gift for my birthday. I love it. I love how it's set up. It runs really nice. But I especially love the fact that all the components are on one side. So sometimes with the electronic blasters, you have wires on both sides. You have like a safety switch like with the Stampede, and you can only butterfly it open, and it has to stay like right there. And it really is very cumbersome. But this, you could just take that whole side off and put it somewhere else and just look at the entire internals of the gun. You could see everything right in here, and I just really like how it's set up. So I want to point out that I've already modified this. I've voltage mod and messed around with the safeties. So what I've done is right here and right here are two black things, but they weren't originally black. I have taped over them with electrical tape. There were little buttons that when the jam door was down, the jam door would press the button, and that would complete the circuit, allowing the flywheels to spin. So those are safety mechanisms. The other one's a button down here that had a little orange piece that would lock into the clip system, so that you can't rev up the flywheels when there's a clip in. However, I don't really like that. I kind of like being able to prep it beforehand. There is a little plastic piece, a little orange plastic piece that goes right in here, and it also is part of the clip lock system, but it's not really important. The only really important piece is this. So there's a screw that's screwed in right here. It was a little silver screw, I believe, and you just take that orange piece out, and it doesn't do anything. It just can add to jams and stuff that happens in the middle of a Nerf event that you really just don't want. So all you have to do is you can easily remove them from their little lock-in spaces. So all you really need to do is remove them, get some electrical tape, and tape down the little button so that keeps the circuit down. See, I know some people that I've seen some videos where what they do is they'll actually cut off this little component and solder the wires together. However, I don't have a soldering iron. I can't complete the circuit, without using some sort of soldering device, or I don't have the proper equipment right now. So the easiest thing to do, if you don't want to try and mess up the circuitry or anything like that, if you're not good with that stuff, all you have to do is take some electrical tape, and that gets the job done just fine. So the other thing I've done, and you might have noticed this when I wrapped it up a bit, is I have installed two TrustFire AA size 3.7 volt batteries. So a voltage mod, and the TrustFires look like this. A normal AA battery is 1.7 volts, or 1.5 volts, excuse me. The TrustFire is 3.7. So this takes 4 AA batteries. So if I have 2 normal ones in there, that would be 3 volts. And then I have 2 TrustFires in there, that would be 10.4 volts if my math is correct. So I'm going to put this back together real quick for you, and I'm going to show you what stock sounds like and then what the TrustFires sound like. So allow me to screw this back together and I will show you what it sounds like and what it fires like. I really love this gun. One more thing real quick. This, you want to squeeze it on gently. It'll slide on pretty slowly. It's not gonna click on as fast as the other blasters because it's got electrical components that are a real tight fit. So I'm gonna screw this back together and show you how it works. So this is what it looks like. It's got 4 regular AA batteries in it, and so since the safeties are off or taped down, I can rev up the engine, which sounds like this, with the jam door open and no clip-in. Now I really like this gun. I'm gonna rave about this gun for a little bit for a few reasons. One, it's really small. It's nice. It's portable. It actually, stock side down, fits into the holster that I use for my Maverick. I haven't really used it for that, but I haven't used the holster for this, but it's interesting to know that it can fit. The other thing that I really like is the fact that the clip release mechanism is right where your thumb would naturally go on the clip. It's just right there. So if you want to quickly release a clip and reload in a really fast amount of time, it's really nice. So I'm loaded up, revving up. Empty, but the flywheels are still going. So that was stock. That's with 6 volts. So let's take out 2 of these batteries and put in our wonderful handy dandy TrustFires. Now I will say that you can, if you wish to, add more TrustFires. The maximum I'd really recommend would be 3. 4, the engine doesn't actually start up all the time, so word of caution. Also, the TrustFires have failed a few times for me. They just stopped working. They have a safety in them, but I'm not really sure what the actual cause of the failure is. So I feel most confident only with 2 TrustFires in here, but that gives me 10.4 volts. So I'm going to switch out the clips with a full clip, rev it up, and you'll hear the difference in the sound. Now, that's much faster. This is really a great gun. I love this gun. It works really well. The flywheel system is pretty nice. I like it. I am partial to the plunger systems though, but I do very much like it. It is a wonderful gun. I have to warn you about the TrustFires though. They do have a tendency to not always work the higher the voltage. So at most 3, if you want to play it safe. Go with 2, but it's really up to you. If you find different batteries that work more reliably, go with those. The other thing is modding guns, especially the electric guns with voltage mods. It has the potential to decrease the lifespan of the blaster. As with modding any gun, it is not advised by the company, but that's just so they can cover their butts. So it's really at your own risk. Mod at your own risk. Too much voltage could burn out the motor, so I try to play it safe with 2 TrustFires, and that gets me exactly what I need on the Nerf battlefield. Be safe, be smart, mod at your own risk. If you don't feel confident or comfortable, find someone who is. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you for watching.